As many are aware, recently false prophet Harold Camping had predicted that his version of the rapture would come to fruition on May the 21st of 2011. For Mr. Camping, there would be no 2012. His website boldly declared that this was the infallible truth and that this would occur without a doubt. On his website, a day before his so-called Judgment Day, he posted that this was guaranteed by the Bible. Harold Camping is a perfect example of a person that is not only a false prophet, but one who has utilized the fractious, unbiblical, outrageous teaching of Sola Scriptura to his advantage. Sola Scriptura, in essence, is a belief that the Bible is the sole rule for faith and morals. Nothing is needed but the Bible. Of course, the reasoning behind this is the most startling one. Each person becomes the sole arbiter of what the rules for faith and morals are. This is the reason that there are thousands of churches in the world today, all having abandoned the traditional faith that Jesus Christ left us. Harold Camping and his sect are a prime example of just where the errors from adopting the position of Sola Scriptura can lead you. When you abandon the church that Christ left, the Catholic Church, and you abandon the traditional teachings, and you adopt a teaching that never existed until less than 500 years ago, and you declare that your version of Scripture alone is the right version, and that you are 100% certain of this, then you've fallen into the sinking ship that is Protestantism. There are Baptists, Reformed Baptists, Methodists, Methodist Congregationals, Presbyterians, Reformed Presbyterians, Reformed Presbyterians, Pentecostals, Campbellites, Adventists, and the list could go on and on, and really on and on. I could do hundreds of videos if I were to attempt to list all the groups of Protestants. All these groups claim to hold to the Scripture alone, yet each group has different beliefs in regards to key doctrines of the faith. In the Scripture, the apostles and the disciples of Christ were united. They were united. As we can see from the early church, the apostolic teachings were passed down in unbroken succession from the very start. Sola Scriptura was never a tenet of the Christian faith, nor did hints of it ever appear in ancient Christianity. So when you sit there feeling sorry for all those people that Harold Camping deceived, you should also feel sorry for the main source of such chaos, Sola Scriptura. When the Bible, an incomplete one at that for most Protestant faiths, becomes their own personal play toy, and any interpretation goes, even if it's contrary to the ancient understanding, then you will surely encounter numerous problems. From the Millerites predicting that Christ would return in 1844, to the Anabaptists claiming the millennium would come about in the 16th century, to the Assemblies of God, to the Mennonites predicting Christ would come back at the close of the 19th century, to the Presbyterians making numerous claims about the end times. It is not something novel to see various factions of Protestantism making wild-eyed claims in regards to their own private interpretation of the Scriptures. Sola Scriptura is not just chaotic and destructive, but as we've seen, it is a sad reality. It's a trap that so many are led into. And I pray for all those led down the path Mr. Camping took them down. All those that were unwittingly swindled out of their life's earnings. And all those who had their faith destroyed. Christianity is true. But I urge all people that are not Catholic to study ancient Christianity. They will find that the faith of the Bible, the faith of our fathers, was wholly Catholic. And Sola Scriptura is not biblical. It only causes disunity. God bless you.